Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Daily Dirty Podcast. I'm your host, John Croft. So, today is going to be something a little bit different. I have been doing a little bit of research besides this freaking headset's pissing me off. But I've been going over some podcast videos on YouTube. And of course, I'm trying to get across a few platforms. And what I've seen is it's odd. It's odd to say the least. But basically, this is called a short. So again in the learning process and watching some of these videos and how there's like an algorithm that works with YouTube and podcasts or your channel. There's just so much information out there. And I've talked about this previously in some of my videos where you have these YouTubers that are showing, they all have like 1 or 2 million subscribers and they've already made it, and they're continuing the ball rolling since it's got some really good motion. Probably the best way I can probably describe it in my mind, right? So I'm watching this video, and I'm not going to say who the guy is. I'll probably make a video on the guy later on. I don't like doing that, but there's some things I agree with and some things that I disagree with. And one of the biggest things, let's just take a little quick, fast pros and cons of what I saw. And this is just personally me. First, let's look at the pros. One, let me take a sip, is a lot of people post every day. A lot of people post once a week. Some, they put a lot of work into it. And it reminds me of this guy that I knew a while back. I haven't talked to him in a long time. He was a software developer. This dude would do like grind out 3 months of building a software application for a company. And he gets paid like $200,000 for that 3 months. Then he takes a break for the rest of the year, whatever he wants to do. So in that aspect, there's some people that grind for like a couple of weeks and they make all these episodes and they have them saved and they have the time to go on there and, you post one that you put a little bit of work into and the rest of them during the weeks or, for the next week for that next episode to come out or YouTube that comes out, they're already put touches that they want to put in there, whether it's, graphics or music or whatever it makes it, look dashing and special and whatnot, right? And that's great. But the other pro that I saw was him talking about how to reach out to your viewers. Because used to, and I don't know if it's the same, I kind of stopped because I want to do this real quick, short one, is hashtags and things of that nature. And hashtags, I don't know originally where it came from. I only had Twitter and Instagram and stuff like that. I don't have a Twitter. I do have an Instagram that I made. And you put these down in there in TikTok and you hashtag it. So these hashtags just, you got a search option or, you see your video put up and YouTube puts this algorithm in play of where your channel can be seen the most, basically, right? In a genre or a certain subject and things like that. And that helps out. And I'm still looking into that. And one other thing as far as a pro is the fact of just going out there and doing it. And that's kind of how I started. I just, fear of, being on camera or whatever. I just said, I'm just going to start. And I just started making content and throwing it out there. I didn't, revise it. I didn't change anything. I mean, you hear all my mistakes within my videos, like going worse because I've been talking all day at work and then I'm talking on this, So those are a couple things as far as the pros. Kind of the cons of it is the fact that the one thing that I always talk about is not showing where you started at. Now, I can probably go and search through your videos and I might, and I haven't done that yet. I kind of haven't, but when you got a ton of videos and this guy's got like 1,700 videos out there, right? I got to go through all your videos to see if I can find something that even if I did a search within there, still not finding how you started. What mistakes that you made. You can tell me all day that you made mistakes. You know, when I look at integrity, I make a mistake. I'm going to tell you what I did wrong, and I'm going to show you or provide you information or proof of how I fixed it. If you just tell me, oh, well, I fixed it already. Well, what did you fix? Well, believe me, it doesn't work like that for me. I don't know about anybody else. So I'm still on that search trying to find this mystic thing that's showing me where you begin. Give me the raw. Show me the mistakes. Show me all this. And I've mentioned this before. So moving on. Another thing is and I could have misinterpreted that, and I'll review it again before I get the the longer video out about my next YouTube, basically about researching other YouTubers on how they started and things that worked for them and all this other kind of lovely stuff. He went in and he basically had this one. And he's like, oh, you download this and blah, 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 blah. And, and it was in his comments and there was a link and I clicked on the link and I was like, it's great. And you kind of go through this like, oh, we can show you how to do this and how to do that and how to make your channel better and how to get viewers and stuff like that for the low, low price of all these options. It's like, shit, man. Okay, I know you got to get paid for your services. But if I walk up and I want to say I want a car built, I want to see where you begun. I want to see what you can do now. Because 2 or 3 years, if I'm still doing this, I'm going to still have these videos up, or I'm still going to bring them up every now and again whenever I start talking. If I end up, which hopefully I do because I'm staying positive, I start getting a lot of subscribers. And if I get those questions, I mean, even before I even get those questions, I want to show, every now and then I might throw some shorts in there. I might throw something in there saying, hey, look at me. I made it this far, but it was a struggle. This is what I had to go through. Here are my growing pains. Here are my first videos that I ever, and they're going to be my real first videos. This is what I went through. This is the mistakes that I made and how I ended up here throughout my time of doing podcasts or YouTubes or TikToks or whatever the case may be. I want that content out there and I want it relevant. That way people can see that. He doesn't have that. What he does is he goes through it, and it's nothing wrong trying to make your money, man. Like I said, do what you got to do, brother. Don't put down there, hey, this is free. Yeah, it's a free trial. Put down a free trial. When I get to the website and I do all this work of ask all these questions, it's like, oh, wow. So if you really want to do this, pay this money. Come on, man. You're tricking people. I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you because people fall for it. And there's nothing wrong with that. And hey, you're going to make your money. How you're going to make it. And if it works for you, man, that's great. There's pyramid schemes out there that people have done back in the day. They still do it now. It's just, it's done a lot differently, but it's the same concept. So basically he'd go and, hey, you can go and show this one YouTube of how this person made a mistake or how they got famous. Hey, so-and-so. I call it, that's clickbait. Of course, clickbait's going to work. If that's how you want to do it, if you want to take some shortcuts, taking shortcuts in life, like me doing this, I'm not, 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to get rich off of it. And that's not even why I'm doing it. If it so happened that I get paid for speaking or something like that, man, that'd be great. And I've always said that if I do that, I want to donate to places. I ain't going to donate all of it. I'll donate 10%. I'll pay my tithes, and I will give a 100% free service to anybody if it helps them out. I have a regular job. Now, if this is your only job, I kind of understand that, but you also got to go back to your roots of where you began. And that's what I'm not finding at all. Now, I haven't done a deep, hey, couple hours of my eyes bleeding from looking at so many YouTubes. I haven't done that. And I don't know if I'm ever going to do that, but just basically searching and looking at where you started, everybody that I've seen, they've got so many subscribers. Your title says, this is how I started. And it shows people that's not even them or a picture of them like they're like what the, hell am I doing? That's not helping me. Show me video. Give me some audio. Give me some grit. Nobody's done that. I'm not saying I'm doing that to make mine better than anybody else's, but as a person, what would you like to see within that? Would you rather someone be real to you and say, hey, look, I can visually or audibly on podcasts, which now you can do videos on there, but some people just want to hear it, they don't want to watch it. Show you where I started, where my struggle was at, things I messed up on, things I'm probably still going to mess up on. But if I get better, this is where I went, this is where I started, and this is where I'm ending up at, and this is where I keep moving forward to. I'm not seeing that anywhere. They're using visual aids and all this other kind of stuff, which is great, and I'm not mad because I don't know how to do that yet. Eventually I might be there, but the way I'm going to do mine is basically, hey, these are how I did these, and I want to show exactly how I did it. I'm that person you can tell me all day and I can watch a damn video and it ain't gonna make any sense until I'm able to do it. When I'm able to do it, then I'm able to understand it. But I want to be able to help folks to understand more of the process. Now, it's great that they do try to explain this, but you're just hitting a certain percentage of people of like, oh, wow, I just watched that video and I'm just a freaking expert now. It's setting an expectation that you got a 50% chance of failing, you got a 50% chance of being successful. Now, that's good odds for some people. I don't like those odds. I want to be 100% successful. I don't mind falling down. I don't mind getting dirty. I don't mind having to do a little bit of research and putting my time in. My time is valuable for me, but this helps me out. The other con of it is the fact that it just seems too fake. You made it big, so now I just got someone else doing the shit for me. It's just like companies, right? I'm not going to talk about any specific companies, but companies out there that we all use today. Oh, they started in the garage. Oh, they started, in mom and dad's backyard, or wherever the hell they started. They don't look back at the roots of where they were at. Now you're flying around on all these fancy jets and got all this fancy crap, and you just forgot about the little people that keep your dream going. I would never want to be like that. And they might have said that back then. I could be wrong in that. They could be like, oh, I'm never going to be like that. But then they ended up, because money changes people. I've made good money before. I mean, I was never rich. But the mistake I did was thinking I had friends when I had, gold diggers as friends. You live and you learn, right? But I want to be able to enjoy things in my life that I feel, enjoy the fruits of your labor. Okay. One last note, and I'm going to end this. The positive thing about it also that I saw that I liked and I engaged in was the comments. There were so many positive people in there. Some of these, they shared a little bit of themselves in those experiences of, man, I started a couple of years ago and I gave up on it, and then I started again. All of a sudden things are getting better. They weren't because of this guy. It was because of their integrity to get back into the game. To get back into something that's a hobby. And they're right. I don't want this ever to be a job. I want it to always be something fun, and my success isn't, I'm getting monetized or monetized or whatever the hell it's called, or I got 1 million viewers or subscribers. Mine is like when someone's like, hey man, I enjoyed this video because it actually helped me through some things, or it was explained to me to where I understand, and I can't do it for everybody, but if I can't answer a question if nobody asks, right? So again, this is just a real quick short that I'm going to post on YouTube. My next podcast is going to be a new series, and also my YouTube is going to be a new series on how to find a way to be more successful in YouTube and something along that line. I don't have got the title ironed out just yet, but it'll be coming up. Again, thank you everybody for watching and listening. I wanted this to be 10 minutes, but it turned out to be about 15. But as always, I cherish everybody that does watch and reviews this, and you can hit like, or you can leave a response, or, or just glance at it, however you want to do it. I'm not doing it to get more subscribers. Just I want to reach more people that are like me and people that want to learn some things through my mistakes. Again, thank you for watching Daily Dirty. Have a great day. Peace.